We are here for What's Up This Week from the Do This Not That podcast presented by Marigold. And you know what? Every other podcast on planet Earth has mailed it in and they are not doing new stuff. But no, we are here. We're sharing the latest and the greatest today, right now. So, what is going on this week? Well, I think Google should get a little bit nervous about how many people are going to be using their search tools in 2025. And the reason being is about 2 weeks ago, ChatGPT released their free version of their search tool called SearchGPT. That's at searchgpt.com. And for me personally, I just went on a family trip and I use searchgpt.com for everything. I did not use Google once because this thing is so powerful. It is ChatGPT basically tied together with a live action search engine, and it is working so well, and we see it in all the data. So first off, how did I use it? I used it in a way that I would use Google search normally, but I used it even beyond that. So I would go to it and say things like, hey, I need the best non-boring things to do near our hotel, and I gave our hotel address. I need restaurant recommendations. I need places that older teenagers would like to shop, and I need to know the stores that are open right now and the hours of the stores. And it would give it to you in 1 second. You could never do that on Google search tool. It's too conversational, right? Or I would say, hey, how does the traffic look from my hotel right now to whatever tourist spot I want to go to? And I'm able to ask it in this conversational tone, and it crushed it. And searchgpt.com is incredible. And so I think that more and more that's going to be the case. And we see it in the monthly active users. So according to Demand Sage, ChatGPT itself is now at 300 million weekly active users. And that's a 20% increase in just the last 45 days. So if you haven't messed around with searchgpt.com, I think that you should. But the thing that we need to really think about is how does this impact everything as it relates to marketing? Okay. And the thing about Search GPT, so often all we do is we optimize our websites, our search engine optimization for Google's algorithms. That's what we do as marketers. But now, with so much search taking place on the AI tools, and right now, the dominant AI tool where search is taking place is on ChatGPT and on Search GPT, because that's all one thing. We need to now think about how are our results going to show up on Search GPT. And so there are a few little things that you should be thinking about now that are very different, okay, than how you optimize your content and how you optimize your websites. Right now, you're doing it for Google, but you need to think about, as you go into 2025, optimizing your sites and your content for Search GPT. And the key things to keep in mind is, number one, Search GPT is part of OpenAI, right? OpenAI is what fuels ChatGPT. It's what fuels Search GPT, and OpenAI is aligned with Microsoft as one of their primary investors. It is not aligned with Google. Why does that matter? Because the Microsoft search tool is Bing. Bing.com, the search engine that you never use. It still gets about 7% or so of all search activity. So now a lot of the search results on SearchGPT are aligning with the same algorithms from Bing. So if you're not having your optimization aligned with things going on with Bing, in addition to Google, you're not going to show up highly in the rankings on SearchGPT, and that's becoming a bigger and bigger deal. So the other two things you want to think about are recency date. One of the things that SearchGPT is looking for a lot, and the other AI tools are as well, are recency dates. They want to pull the most recent pieces of content. So labeling your content 2025, whatever your content is, adding in that year to the content title itself. The content title is key, is critical. You want to go back and update all of your content so it says 2025, and also gives a little extra boost if you include the month. So January 2025 will actually have it show up more than just 2025. And then the last piece, according to Apache Internet, is what the most important thing is: the title tag. The title tag is that small HTML element that basically says what the thing's about. You write in there, this is the AC repair Coral Springs, right? You write in there exactly what it is that the thing is about in your title tag. And that title tag is what's displayed in your browser tab. It's the first thing that comes up in normal search engine results. It's when you do a social media share. It's the words that come up. What is put in your title tag, according to Apache Internet? 94% of the search GPT results are looking at title tag first. So look at your title tag, which is that small HTML element, in everything that you do to get the highest ranking. All right, what else is going on right now that's relevant is okay, so in the month of January, according to subjectline.com, what are the words that if you put in your subject line of your emails are going to increase your open rates the most? And those keywords on the business side, these words will increase your open rates by about 20% or so on the business to business side in the month of January specifically. Words like outlook, trends, forecast, anything that's talking about what is going to happen, outlook, trends, forecast. That's what you want to focus on. And the number one word, or you want to call it a word, is 2025. The month of January is key for the word 2025 in your subject line. And on the consumer side, the words that increase the open rates the most, about 20% or so, in the month of January are bestseller, because we all want to know what was the bestseller coming in the holiday season. Most popular, what was the most popular? In stock. A lot of things we wanted to buy were not in stock. They now are in stock. And of course, really the number one word is the word budget, because nobody has any money coming out of the holiday. So putting budget in your email subject line does really, really well. How to budget the best. These are budget savers, save budget on this, whatever it is. A couple other things going on in terms of a super weird collaboration, which I don't know how I feel about this. This just came out. But Dove, the soap, has joined forces with the cookie brand Crumble. You know, Crumble cookies. And this is not a joke. They created a limited edition body care product line, okay, that just came out this week that you can only get at Walmart. And you can get Dove soap that smells like confetti cake or lemon glaze or strawberry crumb cake. Who the hell wants to smell like that? What is that? Meanwhile, it's probably going to sell out. It's probably going to go viral. You're probably going to have to buy this garbage on eBay. I mean, do we really need our soap to smell like cookies? I basically use soap so I don't smell like cookies after I eat the cookie. I don't understand. But what do I know? This is what's going on in the world of marketing. And in totally useless information, I'm sure a lot of you out there are watching Squid Games. I'm in the middle of Squid Games season 2. It's very violent. I forgot how violent this show is. It's good. It's getting some hate that it's not as good as the first season. What do you want from them? It's pretty good. It went for the first time ever. It's the first show ever in the history of Netflix that in all 93 countries that Netflix is in, that it simultaneously went to number one, according to Flix Patrol, which is not surprising, right? Especially because they stick it, Netflix sticks it in your face everywhere. So it's good. I don't know. The other thing coming out in the next day or so is Wicked on December 31st is going to hit all the streaming platforms, every single one of them. Wicked's going to be available. I haven't seen Wicked, so I'm probably going to watch it. I know I should have watched it in a theater. I'm a big fat nerd. What do you want me to do? And by the way, Wicked, the next Wicked movie, Wicked for Good, is coming out November 21st, 2025. That is the premiere date for that. And then, in perhaps the most useless information of all time, Statista came out with what are the top resolutions for 2025? Are you kidding me? They are eat healthier, lose weight, and to exercise. These are the top three things people want to do. I mean, you could have done that every year for the last 20 years. It's going to be the same thing. Good thing for me, though, I just had a stomach virus and I lost a bunch of pounds. Wow, that was not fun. But so I'm well on my way to losing the weight. Although I have the dumbest thing that I always think that people should do at the end of the year. I think at the end of the year, you should gain as much weight as humanly possible. Eat everything on earth. And that way, your weight, your number is really high. And then when the nearest hits and you want to have your resolution to lose the most weight possible, it's easier to lose the weight because you're so incredibly fat and you're over the top in terms of where you normally are, that if you start at this high number, it's easier to lose the weight. Although, not the healthiest recommendation I could possibly make. Anyway, listen, I hope you all crush it. We're going to have a great year. We're going to do great things. You are a great person. Leave this thing a review. Start out the new year right and do me a solid. Leave this thing a review. Appreciate you all and talk to you later.